Silly things that people say.
Hello VYG, we are back here with another episode of
Silly things that people say.
And today we have here with us, as always, we have some guys who are gonna help us here to discuss about something that for sure it will help you. We have here,
Hello everyone, I'm Assistant Pastor Shahil. It's good to be back.
you know, he loved to be here in the
Episode of Silly Things.
and also
I'm Mohammed and I'm the leader for Team Benjamin.
he started to promote that in Benjamin. You see?
And I am the best team leader of Team Judah.
All right, and today, guys, we're gonna be speak about something, about a topic that it will really help you. It will change your mentality, because I'm sure that many they are saying this thing, they are saying this topic that we're going to do to you today, and they did not realize the mistake, if I can take like this. But okay, without delays, today's topic is what happened here.
Mohammed, what did you do?
What? What did I do?
You dropped Pastor's phone.
What?
You see, guys, today a tragedy has happened here. Mohammed, he dropped off my phone. He broke my phone. And you know, Pastor Sahil, I'm gonna gain another phone, a brand new phone today. Yeah, give me the best one as well.
What happened? Let me see. Look, it's not even working anymore.
Blank.
What have you done, Mohammed?
What have I done?
You
This is from Pastor's phone.
You see, guys, we see this thing here, and then we can let out to you the topic for today. And the top for today is
God did it.
Yes, and that is something that many people, they always blame God. They always blame God for something bad that has happened in his life, like what's happened here today. Right?
Yeah, like what happened here today. Although we don't know what really happened, but we blame Muhammad.
Sure.
We don't know really what happened, or do we? But the point here is this. Whenever something happens, whenever something occurs, many people are quick to blame someone else. And especially when it's something that they cannot control, they blame God.
Yeah. And Mohammed, as he's saying here, think something that you cannot control, then we blame God. How did you feel when you blame you now here for that thing that you have done?
No, I don't feel well at all, because I know I did not drop the phone. So when someone comes to me and says that you did it, I don't feel comfortable.
Yeah, and it's like this, the same thing that goes about God. At the moment that we end up blaming God for something that he has not done at all, then we have been unjust, because God has not done what we say that he had done. That's not fair, that's not right to blame God for something that he have not done. As we saw here, he did not even touch the phone. Then how can I say that it was him who have done that? But we as a human being, we like to blame someone. We never like to take the fault for ourselves. We never like to say like this, no, that was my fault. That was my mistake. Not at all. We always want to find someone to blame. And the most of the time, we always blame God. And Divesh, I always think something very interesting. Like, for example, when it comes about that study, many youth, especially now, we are coming close to the exams, right? Many youth, they end up failing. I'm not saying that you're going to fail. Please, don't get me wrong. But I believe that you don't want it. But many youth, they end up failing in the exams. And they say like this, it was God. They blame God because they have failed the exams. Then let me ask you something on this line here. Do you think that is right, someone who is a student who failed in the exams to end up blaming God for something that God have not done?
Obviously no, Pastor, because we can't blame God because of our own mistake. If you haven't studied and
like if it's a weekend and we are playing around with friends, we're roaming in town, or we go and watch movies. Entire night we watch movies, play video games, and chatting with friends. And next Monday we go and sit for exams. And if you haven't studied, what are we gonna do in exam? Obviously, we're gonna fail. We can't blame God.
You know what's funny? You say that. I remember many years ago, I did something along that line. I was in high school, and I was a Christian. I believed in God, so I said, no, my God, He's going to help me and help me in my exam. So one day I decided to go out with my friends. It was late night, and we decided to do some things. And so I said, one of my friends, oh, don't you have an exam? So I said, yeah, but God will help me. I'm not going to fail. I'm fine. But I didn't study for it the entire week. I said, no, God will help me. I went with my friends. Next thing I remember, the next day at school, I'm sitting at the exam. The exam was 8 in the morning. I'm half asleep. I don't know what to write. And that was the time I failed my test.
And then you end up blaming God, right?
I said, no, but why didn't God help me?
Yeah, and then, sometimes like this, we cannot blame God for something that He have not done. Like, for example, as you were sharing here, He have not studied. Then if I do not start, if I have my exams, as now you're about to have yours as well, if you live in Fiji, I'm not sure about the other place where they are watching us now. But if you fail your exams, you can't blame God. You can't say like this, no, it was God's fault. It was because of God that I failed. No, you failed because there is a problem. There is a reason why you failed. And when concern this, there is even a Bible verse, that says, I set heaven and earth as a witness against you, that I have set before you life and death, blessing and curse. Therefore, choose life, that both of you and your descendants may live. Then see what God says. He set before us life and death, and He even says more: choose. Let's say choose here.
Choose life.
He says here, choose life. Then it is your choice. It is you make the choice. The Lord, He always set before us the blessing, the curse, but He give us advice to choose life. And many times we make the wrong choice. We made many mistakes. We take the wrong path, and then we want to blame God, Mohammed.
Yes, as the saying goes, Pastor, that you are your own result, the actions that you take. So if you do the wrong things and you want to blame God, I believe that's not right.
Yeah, then there where you are right now, perhaps you are youth and you are failing life. You are failing your studies, you are failing in your love life, in your family, in your career, in your personal life, in your spiritual life. Then right now, do you want to overcome the situation? First of all, stop to blame God. Stop to say, God, that is your fault. God, you did it. No, stop to blame Him. Stop to blame. I know, Pastor Shahil, when someone they change for a young and become an adult, they are going through a transformation, right? As we even spoke about this on Tuesday. They're going through a transformation. They are going from a childish things, and they get mature. Can you say like this?
Yes, Pastor. So they are maturing themselves. They're maturing in experiences. They're maturing in what they have learned. So you can say that. What's interesting, sorry, Pastor, I just wanted to go back to the points that you made, that the choice lies in us. The choice lies in us. I was just thinking, if we go back right in the beginning of the Bible, we speak about Adam and Eve. They had a choice. God set before them, quite literally, life and death. He said, look, you have all of the garden, but this tree, do not eat. It's death. Don't eat it. I'm telling you, don't eat it. But what did they do? They chose to eat from the tree. And now they couldn't blame God. They couldn't say, God, but you placed it there. They couldn't do that.
Yeah.
They couldn't do that. That's why when God was coming, they hid themselves. And then when God said, what did you do? They didn't say, God, it was your fault. And even when they started to, like Adam, God said, no, but I gave you a choice.
Yeah, sure. And then you see, they were not sincere to take the guilt, to recognize the blame. He was not. They were not sincere to say, no, that was my fault. It was my mistake. Then you who are watching us right now, if you say, many times I blame God, many times I say, no, God, it was you, it was your fault. Then if you want to change, if you are youth, and then you really, really want to change your life, your ways, your behavior, your future, first thing that you have to do, stop to blame God. Be mature. Take the fault. Take the blame of your mistake. You made a mistake, then go back, sit there, analyze yourself, and see what have you done. It's likewise when you have to sit for exam, Sister Mohammed. If you failed, and I know nobody likes you failed, but if you failed in your exams, it's like that failure is showing something against you. It's not showing that you are a loser, that you're not good enough. It's not about that, please. But it's showing something that you to work on, something that you have to change.
Something that you missed.
Yeah, that's true as well. It's showing something, right?
So the reason why they end up failing is because they do not revise, they don't take actions, and then end up failing. There's no point in blaming God.
Look at yourself at this moment now, and see instead of blaming God, see the reason why you have this issue in your education, in your career, in your life. Stop to blame God and start to work in yourself. Because at the moment we work in ourselves, something good is gonna happen us for sure.
It's like a post we made this week on Instagram. Change is painful. If we go through life doing the same thing over and over again, we get used to it. And when we have to change, even though we have to look at ourselves and say, look, I failed because it was my fault. It's painful, right? It's painful to say, no, I'm at fault. But for you to grow and mature, for you to go from a caterpillar to a butterfly, you need to go through that painful process.
Yeah, it is necessary. Then wherever you are right now, wherever you're watching this video, work on that point. Stop to blame God and now work on yourself. Be mature. Be mature enough to take the responsibility for your mistakes and change your mind, change your behavior, the way that you are, because for sure something good you're gonna have. Then VYG, for today that's it. We're gonna end now our episode.
Yes.
They forgot to say that.
Silly things that people say. That was horrible.
Yeah, terrible. But you still have time to work in yourself, to think about what we spoke here about today, okay? Because for sure, it will help you a lot. But before you move on to something else, what they have to do, the Vesh, after they have watched this video.
Oh, please do comment, share this video with as many friends as possible, and also subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the notification bell.
And
I believe it's pretty much covered.
Not really. Before you go, there's so many other videos. We have hundreds upon hundreds of videos, old tips, old silly things. If I were you, binge on those. I have been, and it's been wonderful. If you have any more questions, any more silly things, any things that you want us to cover, look at our socials below. Message us, DM us, whatever is convenient to you.
so before you go, I'm going to give to you a task for the teams that is watching us now. Comment below there, what is the main thing that you got from this episode today? And maybe your team gain points. But maybe, not so sure. Yeah, that's true. They want to see what's the team that is more active on that episode of Silly Things. Then guys, that's it for today. What should I say now? May God bless you.